Brazil is on the brink of an environmental crisis. A new bill, called the Devastation Bill by critics, has been passed by Congress, threatening to undo over 4 decades of hard-won environmental protections. From self-licensing for mining and agriculture to ignoring untitled Indigenous lands, the law opens the floodgates to unchecked exploitation. As the country prepares to host the COP30, all eyes are on President Lula. Will he veto the bill or allow it to become law? The decision could shape Brazil's future. More in our next report.
Brazil is facing a major environmental crisis after lawmakers passed a controversial bill that weakens decades of protections. Dubbed the Devastation Bill by activists, it marks what many are calling the country's most serious environmental setback in over 40 years. In fact, the bill now sits on President Lula da Silva's desk, and he has just 15 working days to decide. Approve it, veto it in part, or reject it completely. At the heart of the bill is a new system called self-licensing. It allows companies to approve their own projects by filling out an online form. Critics warn that this opens the floodgates for deforestation, pollution, and unsafe development. Former chief of the Brazilian Institute of Environment and Renewable Natural Resources says about 90% of all projects, including mining and agribusiness, could now bypass proper checks.
We're seeing the implosion of Brazil's environmental licensing system that is going to become full self-licensing, where a company just clicks a button and the permit gets printed. Either way, its approval is a tragedy. There's no precedent for how damaging this law is.
But perhaps most alarming is the bill's treatment of the Indigenous and the quilombola communities. It limits environmental review to officially titled lands, excluding over 30% of Indigenous territories and 80% of quilombola areas that are still waiting for legal recognition. Supporters of the bill argue that it will cut red tape, attract investment, and boost development. We are reducing bureaucracy and opening doors for growth, says agribusiness leader Pedro Lupian. But across Brazil, resistance is rising. Civil society groups, scientists, lawyers, and artists, even pop star Anitta, are urging Lula to veto the bill. And yet, the president has remained largely silent. He has just 15 working days to make a choice: stand with science and indigenous voices, or side with the bulldozers. Even if he vetoes the bill, a conservative Congress may overturn him, and after that, the battle will likely move to Brazil's Supreme Court. One pen, one decision, one precedent, and the fate of Brazil's forests and its global credibility hangs in the balance.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion kakarjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.